afternoon, everybody. This here is the Grand Boulevard Coalition half hour, and we are so excited to do something different. My producer is out sick, so I have nobody answering the phones and directing me. And so, as you guys normally know, I don't have my guests here until I talk to you. But I have some wonderful guests here who are making me look really bad because they're out there doing so much. And I really like that because I'm an old man, and these are some young guys, and they're really doing some stuff. And they're here representing the Russell Walker Foundation.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to introduce them to you. So we're going to get right into it right now. My guest today is Russell Walker. He started a foundation almost 3 years ago called the Russell Walker Foundation.
Yes.
This here's Coach Paul. I think if I was a little bit younger, he'll be coaching me on how to play some sports. So I'm very happy to have both of you guys here. I'm going to start with Mr. Walker.
Yes, sir.
Introduce yourself. Ask why you start this.
Hi, my name is Russell Walker Youth Foundation. And I started this sports camp because I grew up in Robert Taylor homes, and it brought great guidance to my life. Also, it helps me to give back to the kids that's lacking in the hard work when it comes to athletics of today.
That is great. Mm-hmm. I appreciate you doing that. Coach Paul.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about you, man.
I've been around for some time now. I've been coaching over 25 years. I'm a nationally certified personal trainer. I'm a nationally certified track coach and a nationally certified football coach. And I teamed up with Russell Walker this summer. I saw his passion. I saw his desire. His ability of working with the kids was fantastic. I said, hey, this is a guy you need to have on your team. And so together, Fire Fitness, Russell Walker Youth Foundation, Bronzeville Little League, Metropolitan Apostolic Community Church, Holy Angels Catholic School, and Cub Charities got together, and we put together a baseball camp over the summer that went well for 20 participants in the camp. And now we're networking with a group of churches throughout the Bronzeville community to put together what we call Sports Jam. And Sports Jam is basically designed to build three sport athletes. We're designing to build three sport athletes. At the same time, we're using this to throw a violence prevention piece in, to teach kids to be humble and to not to be as enraged to want to strike their friends or get into silly arguments, being able to have peer inclusion and not peer exclusion. So we've been doing some really good things, working with the kids that we had over the summer, and we branched it out into the community late summer, early fall. And we've gotten a very, very, very good rapport from it. We have Mount Pisgah Church on board with us. We have Metropolitan Apostolic Community Church on board with us. We have Holy Angels on board with us, St. John Church on board with us. And we're trying to do some networking with West Point as well because they're right down the street from Holy Angels. So we've brought in Donahue, Doolittle, several other elementary schools, University of Chicago, which is Donahue. We brought their we're networking with them and working with their youth. We currently have about 55 to 60 youth already signed up for our our sports jam and our Saturday Biddy basketball.
All right, so let's go to the overhead because he said a mouthful. What we got here? We got the Bronzeville Athletic Association free after-school sports jam. Is it every week?
Every week.
Every week, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for 5-year-olds up to 14-year-old. Got to register my son for that. He's a 12-year-old.
Great. Awesome.
And Saturday, October 5th, which is coming up a week from this Saturday from 10 to 5 at Metropolitan Apostle Community Church at 4100 South Keene Drive. They are doing a sign-up. Is that what you're calling it?
Well, we're doing a registration, and we're going to have Biddy basketball practice. That's going to be that's our very first day for the Biddy basketball practice. We've been flyering and registering kids over the last 2 or 3 weeks for Biddy basketball, and we currently have 60 kids enrolled for that program. That will be exactly.
All
in
right.
which we have our sessions set up from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. We will have the 5-year-olds to 8-year-olds participating. In session 2, from 12 o'clock to 1:30, we will have 9-year-olds to 12-year-olds participating. And in session 3, from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we will have 13-year-olds to 15-year-olds participating in our program. And what we're going to do is we're going to build leagues with the kids and have intramural as well as travel programs for them to participate in.
All right. So you guys carved out a part of Bronzeville in working with at-risk youth, and there's regular youth, because as you guys know. So let me throw a question out to both of you guys. Start with you here, Russell. Bronzeville is changing.
Yes.
The makeup and the type of child, it's more middle class, might not look like us. How are you in the future incorporating that to maintain what you guys got going? Because you guys got some good stuff going.
Well, I love the fact that it's up and coming, and the fact that it's a diverse community.
Okay.
And with the kids there, it'd be a great fit for them to just come on in and to pick up where we left off and continue to build a strong community with those kids in the community.
Great, great. Did you want to piggyback off of what he said? Or
Hey, that was excellent. You know, my whole thing with the cultural change that's taking place in Bronzeville is very diversified. It's very diversified. And even though we do have the middle class moving in, we still have a very, very, very large number of lower class that still needs to be serviced in that area. That's why we set our programs to be free, because those kids, we want them all to be able to participate, middle class, upper class, and lower class, and be able to bond within each other. So that way, if I know somebody from 3 blocks over or 4 blocks over, and I see that that person is having an altercation with someone else I know, I can step into that, and I can diffuse that altercation possibly, you know. That was something that I grew up with in my community that I think, you know, because we knew who was on the next block, you know, that we could bring that cohesiveness back together.
Okay. That's really good. That's really good. And piggybacking off of that question, now that the makeup is different and you guys have to go out and fundraise and obviously apply for grants and stuff like that, will you change your model a little bit where people who maybe can't afford to pay for your services can start paying, so that'll help in your makeup of your finance?
Actually, no.
Okay.
As long as they participate in our fundraisers and they at least come to 2 of our fundraisers that we may have, or participate in 2 fundraisers per month, then we are good with who they are as an individual in our programs. Our first fundraiser that's going to be coming up is going to be October 17th, which is a Thursday evening, and it's going to be held over at Lighthouse Restaurant in the Hyde Park area, 1660 East 55th Street.
Okay. Let me go to the overhead for that. All right, guys, let's support this. I'm actually, I think, in town, so I already have to stop by, or at least buy a wristband for somebody else.
Great.
Bronzeville Athletic Association, first annual nonprofit house music fundraiser gala. My wife would like that because she likes house music.
Well, all right.
At Lighthouse at 1660 East 55th, Thursday, October 17th, from 7 to 12 p.m. Wristbands are $30 that you can pick up in advance or at the door. And you're supporting the young scholars that are part of this program. And as I think they started off by saying, they already have 30 young men and probably women, I hope.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Young ladies who are part of their basketball thing that goes Monday through Thursday. So we know where our kids are when they get out of school.
Yes.
They do have their names and numbers down here, and boom. But you have a website. Do you have something for people who can? I'm gonna show that again before we leave. But do you have a website or social media? I mean, we all have social media. Do you have social media that we can blurt out now so people can kind of write down?
Sure. Yeah, they can go to Russell Walker Foundation on Facebook. They'll find a lot of pictures and things that we have done over the years.
Yes.
Yes. Russell Walker Foundation, Facebook. Yep.
And you can go to Paul Venerable's LinkedIn page. I'm always posting things that we have going on, things that we're doing, and showing you the excitement that we have for these kids to be great performers. You know, our motto, our mission statement is to build college-ready athletes, student athletes. So in order to do that, we have to prepare them for high school first. So we can't look ahead and we have this high school sitting in front of us. So we're building them for high school to build them and continue the growth throughout college.
Yes.
That's good. Russell, why did you start this?
I started this for the passion and the love that I have, and I see a lot of kids of today is not interested in baseball. I love baseball. I still play baseball to this day at the age of 44. And I've learned that kids would rather play other sports. And so I just made a commitment that I would build some type of form of league or some type of camp to teach the fundamentals of baseball. And partnering up with Paul and Bronzeville Little League has allowed me to do that. And so it's great to be able to fulfill a dream that I love, yes, and a passion that I love for the sport of baseball. And also other sports. I just use baseball so much because kids doesn't play the sport. They're not interested in the sport.
Right.
You know, so that's my whole thing for that.
I think you guys mentioned Cubs Care.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Have the White Sox or if I'm on touching something.
No,
bad,
no,
let me
no,
know.
no,
Has
no,
the
not at all.
White Sox being in our backyard, has they reached out to you guys, or have you reached out to them to see how they can be a part of this wonderful process that you're doing?
Yes, the White Sox will be on board in 2020. Yes, indeed.
That's good.
They'll be
I
bringing
am a Cubs fan.
They will be bringing in their RBI program, and we'll be running the RBI program for the Chicago White Sox down in the Bronzeville area. And thank you to Isaac Simmons.
Ivan Simmons.
Ivan Simmons over
Taylor
at
Park,
Taylor Park.
supervisor.
Exactly.
Yeah, Taylor Park.
Yes.
I know him.
And actually, the location that the camp would be held during the summertime is the Metro. What is it called?
Metcalf
Park.
Okay.
Yep, 43rd and State Street.
Exactly.
Okay. And with my relationship with IIT, remind me, because I'm going to forget, to introduce you to the athletic director, because he does have a little passion in inner city youth and baseball and having more African, not him personally, but having more African American
Males participate.
male participating in baseball. When I came up through the advertising agency, Leo Burnett, Carol H. Williams, and we actually had the baseball account where our mission was to get more interest of the youth into playing baseball.
Great.
Right. That was back in the 90s with Leo Burnett.
Yes.
Yes. I remember that movement. I was working at Bally's during that time.
I was an old man back then. All right, guys. So, what do you guys see? You hit the streets. You're on the streets every day. You're ambassadors for good in the community. What do you see that's missing that the audience, other partners that you might be listening or you need to reach out to say, this is what we're missing? Do you see something missing? I know you guys, I don't know if you heard, but the program on just before ours was talking about how having good grocery stores and having good food in the community to help people eat healthy or to learn about their bodies. And you guys are both you know, you guys gonna have to help me out. You know, what do you see? You know, we have Mariano's now. Jules is putting lots of money into redoing the Jules. 47th Street, we have Walmart, and I literally shop in all those stores.
Well, one of the greatest things that I do see are the gardens of natural food growing from the earth.
Yes.
That is mostly stands out to me in the Bronzeville area. We actually need to create more so that these kids that are in these type of programs that we have can intake that food.
Okay.
Which is have that food cooked for them as an after-school snack.
Okay.
See, now this kid we know are getting the nutrients, quality nutrients from Mother Earth that they need to be gathering in order for them not only to perform well on and off of a athletic program, but also educationally. You know, I've always spoken and I've always said, you know, if you eat healthy, you think healthy. It's just that plain and simple.
I like that, man. I like that.
Yes.
Okay, so healthy eating is definitely better foods, and
Definitely.
is there anything else you guys see that there's a need in the community?
Just more of volunteers.
Okay.
Volunteers. These kids are in different programs throughout the city and suburban area, and I see a lack of parents' involvement. And in our program over the summer, I've seen a lot of men with their young boys, and which was awesome because we added them to our volunteers. And so I think our program is going to be wonderful moving forward. But yes, we just need more volunteers and support from the parents.
Exactly.
How can we get those? How can we get more volunteers? How can we get? You hit a soft spot for me because I try to get more volunteers of parents in school because I'm in the public school system also, and I try to get more parents. I'm on the PTA to get involved.
Yeah. Well,
You guys got an answer?
well,
You got some secret sauce on how we can get that started?
the way that you try to get better parent involvement is to create programs like what we have done and try to get them to follow in behind their child as much as possible. That's like one of our sign-up things. Our sign-up process is that if the child is at the school, the child will sign themselves in, but the parent will sign the child out. And then if the child is returning the next day, the parent will sign the child in for the next day already. Okay. So whether that child signs in or not, we already have the parents okay for that child to be in the program.
Oh, that's a smart move.
Which creates accountability on that parent.
Okay,
Giving that parent some accountability.
Right.
that's good. Did you want to say something?
No,
on
pretty
that
much. That's pretty much the same thing. Yep. That's it.
Another thing that I think could happen real well in the community is we're working with the Second District Police on is actually bridging the gap between youth and the police.
Okay.
We have to bridge that gap greatly. When kids get to high school, they have a bitter taste for the police.
Okay.
And that shouldn't be so. That shouldn't be about. So how we're going to do that? At our sites that we have, we're going to have second district police officers stop in, take a look, see what's going on. We're trying to get some of them now to come in and volunteer for the program and help assist in coaching the programs and start building that rapport with the youth in the neighborhoods. And then when they see them on the street, you can say, hey, you Kyle Lofton, what are you doing, sir? That was huge for me. When I played Little League Baseball at Myron Park up on 71st and King Drive, the police would stop and sit on the gate and watch us practice, And at the same time, with Mr. Wilson calling out our names, they learned our names. Right. So if they saw us in the community doing something or out too late, they're, Paul Venerable, why are you still walking down the street, And that was important because they say, oh, it is late, let me get home, Even though I probably already had it in my mind. Mom told me to be in 9:30. I ain't going in until 10, But they come across me at 9:35 and let me get on home. Right. So that's huge.
That is. That's very good. What I wanted to go in the time we have left is a lot of people. So I play devil's advocate. Is always saying how we use sports to get to the next level, but it's always been a negative stereotype. Unfortunately, because we only see on TV unfortunately the basketball player who jumped from high school and stuff like that. Other sports, tennis, swimming, golf. In our community, we don't have, as you say, in baseball, we don't have there's scholarships just going on. Things. So can you address that or speak on that, on how you are teaching your boys and young ladies and young men that sports is not the end thing, so you're not going to be you might be in the NBA or in Major League Baseball, but how this is going to help you to get to maybe a good high school?
Exactly.
How this is going to help you to go from that good high school to a good college?
Exactly.
Address that. Or what's you guys feeling about that? What'd you say?
No, I was just saying scholars.
Yeah,
Our program,
scholarship.
not only scholarship, but we are building scholar athletes.
Okay.
So we are requiring a certain grade level,
Exactly.
of a GPA. And we're going to teach these kids the fundamentals to get them to college.
Exactly.
But they have to maintain a certain grade point average, especially in high school. Our little kids, they don't have grade point averages, but we're going to have mentoring programs for them, tutoring programs for them, so they can be able to have that academic standard going into the next level.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of my reasons for coaching track and field was because of the vast amount of opportunities for a track runner to get a scholarship. You can be a sprinter, and if you were trained correctly, you should be able to run the 100, the 200, or the 400, to truthfully be honest with you. One of them are going to be your best, though,
Right.
as you move forward. But you can always revert back to one and work in at a college as a scholarship. Colleges pick up relay runners off teams just because that kid runs a very good leg there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pole vault, high jump, long jump, triple jump. There are just so many different opportunities for a person in the track and field era to have an opportunity to get a college scholarship or even go to a high school scholarship. Because, in the Catholic sector, they pay to go to school. In the private sector, they pay to go to school. If a kid is good enough, like a gentleman that I had in my track program, at 7th grade, he was running a 10.8, 10.900, and De La Salle paid for his tuition for 4 years to come there and to participate. And that was a beautiful thing, So that's really what it's all about. At the same time, at this age, when you're dealing with them at 5 to 11 years old, they really have to learn how to juggle. They got to juggle books. They have to juggle sports, and sleep,
Right.
And that's why it's important for that nutritional factor.
Okay.
That nutritional factor is huge. I love the fact that when I would walk in the door every evening, dinner was ready. But then I would eat and then go to practice. Well, now it's in reverse.
Right. You gotta
So
go.
we
Right.
want to have a snack program for them that's going to give them that nutritional balance before they even walk out the building.
Okay. And some schools do have that, so that's good.
Right.
But we got 3 minutes left. Let's get a little background on you guys. College, kids, what's going on with you guys? What happened? Not what happened, but something happened positive because you guys are giving back. So that's right.
Well, the thing that happens positive in anybody's life to make them give back is just having God.
Okay.
Plain and simple, point blank, hands down. Without God, there's no possible way you can humble yourself to love others and to give to others the nutrients mentally and physically it takes to just, fulfill every day of your life.
Right.
There's so people, I was doing an evangelism for homeless back here in the early spring at the Agape Center, and they were talking about, there's 16,000 homeless youth. I said, no, there's 20,000 homeless youth. And they wanted to figure out, well, how do you figure there's 20,000 homeless youth? Well, you don't count the children that are living with their cousins, their aunties, their uncles, their friends, their grandparents.
Grandparents are the ones that's really taking the whole
They're not accounted for. And why they're not accounted for? Because they say, they have an adult over them already. They're at home. But no, that kid is really still actually homeless.
Okay. Right.
He's really actually homeless because he's not with his parents. He doesn't have that same anomaly of family intake that we had growing up or that most people have growing up.
Okay.
So when you have that absenteeism of mom or dad in your life, to me, I think they go through a PTSD. And I think that they need some type of psychological evaluation so that way they can balance themselves and understand that you don't have to be mad at everybody that's your same skin color.
Right.
You don't have to be.
Okay. If that don't get you guys to come out to these guys fundraiser, then I don't know what is wrong with you. Let's push it down just a little bit.
All right. That was
So again, Bronzeville Athletic Association first annual nonprofit house music fundraiser gala at Lighthouse. That's at 1660 East 55th Street, Thursday, October 17th, from 7 p.m. to 12 p.m. The donation of what they're asking is $30 at the door for a wristband, and you're going to help support the 30 to 50 youth that they already have signed up and is already working with. And it might be, in my case, my child is one of the children that will be part of the program.
Great.
So I can't afford my kid to go, so you guys go and buy some wristbands. And next week when I come back, I'll make sure I have repeat this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the last, I think they're going to make us get off, so right quick, what do you want to tell the audience?
I love you. I love you, Chicago. You've been great to me. This is my way of giving back to all the youth in Chicago. I want you all to be prosperous, have a great education, and move forward with yourselves.
Russell, you have the last word.
I just want to say thank you, man. God bless America, and come on out and support us. We're doing wonderful things in the Brownsville community, and we need you guys' support. And it wouldn't be without God, this wouldn't be happening. So we just need everybody's support. Brownsville, let's go.
And one more time, what is the social media?
Russell Walker Foundation Facebook. You can catch
Paul.
everything on there.
Yes, and Paul Venerable LinkedIn page.
I am William Penn. This is the Grand Boulevard Coalition, and today I'm just excited that we were able to have one of our sector partners that is dealing with you, that is doing a lot of good. And they're here today. You'll hear more next week before they fundraiser when I come back on the air. Until then, stay safe, drink water, and make sure you say hello to people when you're out in the morning.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.